Right, so we're going to stick to... We've had a little bit of a theme running through this week's episode, and that is the cards, the theme of cards. Now, Williams Weekly this week, I've got actually the table of all the teams and the cards that they've received. And I don't mean like birthday and Christmas cards, but right. So I've got the league, and I'm just going to do like a little bit of a quick fire test to see if you know. Right. So who do you think's the team that's had the... Oh, by the way, this was produced by Love Rugby League, so credit to them for creating this little table. It's interesting reading. Who do you think's had the least cards this year?
Am I basing this on club reputation or who actually thinks had the...
Well, maybe there's two answers for you there. But
if I was basing it on club reputation, right, I'd say Lee are probably right up there.
What is in the most?
Yeah.
No, I'm going the least.
Oh, least. London.
Yeah, okay, London, yeah. London's top. They've had 4 yellows, that's it.
What am I guessing the rest of them?
Yeah, I think there's 2 else up there. The least cards.
Least cards. Salford.
Ooh, third highest.
Oh, right, so miles off with that
Miles off, yeah. What was you thinking behind that? Just interesting.
They don't come across as a very dirty side.
Yeah.
Castle has got to be... I don't think Cass have had many.
Yeah, Cass second in the league. They've had 5 cards total, 3 yellows, 2 reds. So yeah,
who's top of that then with least amount of cards?
London, 4 cards,
Oh, so
4
I did
yellows.
get that right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on then. So who's had the most cards?
Right, based on club reputation...
Yeah.
I'm going to get loads of stick for this.
Yeah, I know.
Lee Leopards have got to be up there.
Right, Leah's second with 12 cards, 12 yellows, no reds.
12 yellow cards.
That's interesting, isn't it? Like you're saying they're dirty, but they've had no reds.
Yeah, it's good going, collecting 12 yellow cards, though. Who else would I expect to be up there? I'd expect Wigan to be up there.
Wigan, middle of the table with joint 9 with Huddersfield.
I suppose that's Matty Peake cleaning the reputation up a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Gareth Hockeys are behind them now, aren't they? Who else would I expect? Which other team would I think is quite... Hull FC have got to be up there. Hull FC are definitely up there.
Yeah, you're right. Hull FC at the top, but with 13 yellows and 4 reds. So
13 yellows and 4 reds.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? Karl, what do you take from that? I'll share the table with you. You can see that on the thing. But what do you take from this? Like is there a correlation between the number of cards and the position of teams in the table? Are there clubs out there where their identity is playing on the edge and perhaps having a little bit of a dirty edge to them? And the inverse of that is, are there teams that make a living on being a clean team? And
there's not much of a correlation, is there really?
It doesn't seem to be.
Okay, Hull FC have had the most cards and they're bottom of the table. So
London bottom of the table, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, Hull FC are near the bottom of the table. So
yeah, but what the point you're making there? That puts that out, I think, because you're London's the least,
because
Hull's the most, and they're both sitting at the bottom of the table.
Right. Okay. So you've got the high flyers are all middle of the road, actually.
Yeah, playing it middle of the road.
Saints, Wigan, Warrington. So Warrington are 4th, Wigan are 6th, Saints are 7th. Hull KR haven't had many cards.
No,
they're sitting in 10th. So they've had 7 yellows. So no, there actually, I don't think there is a correlation between numbers of cards and league position.
The only correlation I can see that there's possibly, and it is just looking at a few digits on the page, is possibly a fine line between not being rugged enough, not being thinking enough, London, and being overzealous, Hull. Right? But if you can get in the middle of the table there with sort of a reasonable amount of cards, you stand yourself of being top of the table.
That's rugby league all over, though, isn't it? It's fine lines, yeah, between being on the wrong side of the law and the right side of the law. I've got to go back to Lissoni's challenge at the weekend, and we're talking millimetres, aren't we? Between red card and no card. So yeah, I think, you've hit the nail on the head really there.
I'm wondering I'd like to do a little bit more digging on this data as well, right? I wonder, right?
Go on.
The cynic in me, right? How much has the RFL made off those cards?
Ooh. Well,
that's an interesting point, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're dishing out cards to make revenue, but they're going to make some money off that.
What's the average? It's about
It's got about like 250 quid.
250 quid is the average, isn't it? For
I don't know, but I mean,
no,
it seems like
I see
average.
I see 250 quid is the price that seems to get bandied about all the time for like a red card.
Yeah.
I think if you do something serious, it goes up to about 750.
Yeah.
So so there's a bit of cash to be earned there, isn't there, for the RFL?
Well, there is, isn't there? But
Yeah.
it's like there's like $3,000 worth of cards there for LFC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, and you know, say the average is 1,500 quid across all teams. You know, times that by the 12 teams. There's a bit of cash, like, you know what I mean?
Pays for
I know it's pittance compared to the cost to run the Super League.
Yeah,
and all
pays
that,
for
but
putting an international on or something like that.
yeah,
Pitch higher off.
exactly.
Yeah.